Hi Taurus, welcome to your 2025 Astrology Horoscope forecast. Welcome to my channel. I'm Anisha and I talk everything around astrology and tarot. Taurians, I'm going to be focusing on the slow-moving planets. I'm going to be looking at Saturn, I'm going to be looking at Pluto, I'm going to be looking at Neptune, and I'm going to be looking at Uranus. Now this is quite an intense year, 2025, as we have all these slow-moving planets that are changing signs. So I'll give you a small gist of exactly as to how globally all these planets are going to be affecting all of us. Then I'll break them down specifically into your own zodiac sign and the specific houses. And then I will be closing the video with a small tarot reading for the year for you. So we have Pluto finally, which has moved into Aquarius. It had started moving last year, so all the Aquarians would have been feeling a slight restriction, a tension. But globally for all of us, there would have been a kind of an awakening. So the Plutonian energy in Aquarius is all about the collective. It's about awakening, it's about humanitarian issues, and it revolutionizes identity, individuality and innovation on a massive, on a global scale. So the themes that all of us can see are collective transformation of self-awareness, technological breakthroughs, challenges of power structure, and also there's going to be a greater emphasis on societal equality and the power of communities. Now, main themes that we'll be seeing under the Plutonian age in Aquarian for the next 2 decades or so, there's going to be a rise of disruptive technologies like the AI. We're already seeing the use of ChatGPT and rest of the AI platforms, and quantum computing as well. We will also be seeing transforming leadership styles globally, and there's going to be more focus on decentralization and of progressive ideals as well. Now this seems quite a contrast because globally there is a more push towards a more kind of a singular power, more towards a right-wing kind of a energy which is there. But with there is still hope with Pluto being there in Aquarius, where the voice is going to be there more for the collective. And there are also going to be challenges with control. So people are not really going to be very easy to any kind of oppressive structures. We then have globally Uranus that is going to be moving in Gemini. And this is again a very long transit. It's going to be there for almost 9 years. And again, a lot of disruption. Uranus is the planet of innovation. He's a planet of awakening. So a lot of breakthroughs in the way that we communicate, technology and education globally is going to be there. We are going to be seeing some major advancement in the coming years as far as how it is that we change information, and even as far as transportation is concerned. I won't be surprised if we have some flying cars soon, or even teleporting. So the key themes globally as far as Uranus and Gemini are concerned are going to be AI integration, global learning, platforms that are really going to get enhanced and also embraced quite quickly. There are also going to be newer ways in which how human beings interact with technology. So maybe there could be something like brain tech interfaces that we'll be seeing more of them. The next big planetary movement is going to be Neptune, which is moving in Aries around March 2025. And globally, this is going to be about personal identity, leadership, and bold visions globally. So there is going to be a push for a spiritual alignment as well. Neptune tends to bring about a lot of haze, but it also tends to bring about a lot of empathy, a lot of softness, a lot of almost dissolving of boundaries at times. It can be a good thing and a bad thing, because the bad thing in this is that there can be more usage of medication, or wherein that literally that you in order to sort anything out, pill popping becomes like a very normal thing that people really want to sort of escape into it. But on the other side also, Neptune tends to bring about a deep awakening of spiritual practices as well. So we might see a surge of spiritual warriors. I'm personally rooting for that, and visionary leaders. And there are going to be global movements for peace that might integrate with assertiveness, because again, end of the day, it is governed by Aries, which is governed by Mars, that is the ruler of war. So there is going to be a lot of breaking of illusions, focus on personal authenticities and illusions of conformity. Now, coming back to you, Taurus, as to how does all of this pertain to you in your own specific chart. So we are going to be having Pluto that has moved into your house of career now, and this speaks about a big shift as far as your career is concerned. You will find the next 2 decades being transformed by your work. And you could be redefining your public image as well through it. And Pluto makes you really dig deeper as far as what is it that you really want to do in life. What is the purpose that you're here for? How it is that you want to be perceived, how it is that you want people to treat you at workplace. And this speaks about accolades, recognition, promotion. So Pluto in the next 2 decades in your house of career, reputation, your public persona is going to be bringing about a lot of transformation for you. And then we have Gemini that is going to be moving into your house of, we have Uranus that is there in Gemini, which is going to be moving into your house of, this is the house of money, this is earned income, and this also speaks about your own values and your sense of self-worth. So there will be revolutionary changes, and Uranus he is the awakener, he is the rebel, he is the wild boy. He brings about changes very suddenly. There is nothing planned. In fact, even when we are reading astrology charts, Uranus being over there, it's often very hard to predict that how it is going to be reacting specifically in a certain chart, besides the disruption that it causes. So where money is concerned, it also at times brings about a windfall. You could just get an inheritance suddenly, or you would come about money very suddenly. So there are going to be new ways of earning money. Maybe you will discover, or newer interesting ways, innovative ways in which that you can maybe have a side income. And there are going to be also, there is going to be big shift also in your sense of values. How it is that you are defining yourself as far as money is concerned. And then we have Neptune as well, which is going to be there in your house of behind the scenes. This is the house of spirituality. It is the house where we go and unpack our emotional demons. And Neptune, it's quite a contrast, because it is there in Aries, and it is going to be there in your behind the scenes house. And Neptune is not too happy sort of being in Aries per se, but the house, the 12th house, it's quite comfortable being there, because it's about spirituality, it's going deep within, it's about introspection. So you will be very intuitive. You will find yourself in the Neptune transit is there for 14 years. So you will find yourself being very drawn to specific spiritual philosophies, maybe certain practices. You'll feel quite drawn to them. Also, I would say be careful about escapism. You know, try not to sort of drown yourself so much into the spiritual practice that you do not look or you do not deal with the world outside, and it shouldn't become like a refuge. You know, it's good to have your spiritual practices which make your sort of come into your life like a backbone, but there has to be a balance. You know, don't just go too crazy with it. We also have Saturn for you, that is going to be there as well in your house of behind the scenes. So it's going to be there for 3 years. So Neptune for 14 and Saturn for 3. And over here, it would be a good time for you to be confronting your hidden fears and establishing boundaries, personal boundaries especially. So both Neptune and Saturn are going to be really in contrast, wherein the Neptune will want you to just sort of drift away and escape and, you know, just say, let me forget about the world and not deal with the reality of the world. But you'll have Saturn who will tell you that, you know, you need to be dealing with issues or confront with emotional baggage, with hidden fears, and also have solid boundaries for yourself as well. And the boundaries are required, I think, not just in your personal relationships, I would say more so importantly in your closest relationships, but also at your workplace. The tarot reading for you are for 2025 are 3 cards. We have the Star, the Devil, and the Fool. Very beautiful and very apt as well. So the Star over here speaks about finding healing and a renewal in 2025, and dreams and wishes are going to be feeling more attainable for you in this year. Just, however, keep a balance between the practical and the emotional, you know, between the spiritual and the real. Don't get too lost in the world of escapism. The Fool over here, I love this card. The Fool recommends taking risks, healthy risks this year, and especially as far as personal endeavors are concerned. And for a lot of you, because you have Pluto that is there in your house of career and reputation, maybe there are things that you want to create and do, and which are passion projects, and which ultimately, you know, could become like a good solid revenue stream for them. So don't shy away from new beginnings. Be brave. And lastly, we have the Devil, which is all about choices. So be mindful of unhealthy attachments, especially which are related to materialism or control. And this really speaks about Neptune and Saturn being there in a house of behind the scenes. And this is also the house where we literally become undone due to our own fault. So, you know, it can be that, like I said, you may come to about, some of you may get an inheritance, or you already have, you're making good money, but you could just sort of get really addicted to the material aspect of it. So try not to not just see yourself through the lens of money, but also judge others as to how much they have and what is it that they're doing. And also try to, I would say, don't get too attached to money or to possessions, or to be, I would say, to weigh and judge everything through the glass of money. So quick tips for you are, first is embracing new opportunities, especially around your self expressions and finances. and avoid getting too attached to the past or things that no longer serve you, Taurians. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.